Hey, what's up? If you don't know me, I just consider myself to be a creative guy, and I do oil painting, and I hope to eventually make that my career someday. Now, I did have a breakthrough recently when it comes to that. I actually sold something online, which is actually a big deal. I'm like, well. I finally got my first online art sale, and you'd be able to tell if I didn't have the emotional range of a robot, but let me get into that. So this right here is actually what I ended up selling on my website. It's a fine art print. You can check it out at thetonedcanvas.com. But let me actually give you a little timeline of how I ended up getting to this point from actually selling nothing for a few months at first. Yes, you heard me right. It actually took 2 months to finally get a sale on my website, and I actually think it was worth it. So for a stretch of about 4 years, I had been painting pretty seriously and consistently, and so I was like, okay, maybe at some point here I actually stop throwing money down the drain, doing what I like to do. It's still fun, but actually trying to sell some of my work. So what ended up happening, long story short, I made my website a little bit over, let's say, 6 months ago. I put a selection of my available paintings on there, and I'm like, oh man, this stuff's gonna sell so fast. I'm ready for just all the success to just hit me. Then a week goes by, nothing. A month, another month. I'm like, man. And I'm putting effort into marketing too. I'm posting on social media. I'm doing everything I thought I needed to do, and still took a while just to get some traction going. Put the prices on there, and actually, let me talk about the prices. If you actually take a look at my prices, you'll go on there and you'll be like, what exactly is going on here? But when you look at my prices, and for those of you who aren't in the art world, those are actually relatively low compared to other artists. And what I did was I based my prices off of, I saw a professional artist painting. I'm like, okay, I'm not too far off of that, or my painting style is similar to that. And I actually went 3 to 4 times less than that. But what I failed to realize is people do not know who I am. So it doesn't matter what the price is or how low I think it is. I'm not gonna get those true art collectors to buy it yet. So for about 3 months of opening the website, maybe 2 months, nothing. No sales, few interactions from people I knew, interactions from social media. I was posting, I was doing all that, and nothing. It was very discouraging, but I was like, I know I'm at least a little bit good, right? People probably want my stuff. They probably just aren't willing to buy it like as if it's a professional artist that's very well known. So what I ended up doing was I ended up making these fine art prints, which obviously cuts the cost down a lot, and they're very high quality, and within a week I ended up selling one. So I'm like, wow, people do want my art. The moral of the story is they're just not ready to take that plunge yet. Yeah, also, if you want one of these, check out the website, help me out a little bit. But for you other artists out there, if you feel discouraged about people not wanting your art as much, maybe you are good, maybe you have skill, maybe you have talent, maybe you have whatever you want to call it. If you're just starting out, people don't really know you, don't really have a reputation. So they're not gonna want to risk investing in maybe a actual canvas, an original, whatever medium you use. But try fine art prints, I guess, is the point of this video, I'm saying. But yeah, so I've been making paintings for years now. So yeah, this just goes to show, if you make good art, people are willing to buy it. It's just you have to make it accessible to them. And here are some of the other prints I have available. And the crazy thing is, you can judge from your social media following what paintings they like. People will tell you like, oh, that painting is great. Oh, that I would love to have that. But just know that sometimes you have to make it very accessible to them. So the key takeaways from this video is keep working hard. Don't compromise your value by diluting the cost of your originals, but consider making prints. And also, another thing I'm doing is I'm making a little series of smaller paintings. For example, this is one of the ones I'm doing. Just something you can make. It doesn't take 1,000 million hours to paint, and you can just get them out there. But you still get that quality just in a smaller size, so people can still collect your art without blowing their budget or anything, and they're probably gonna be happy to have your art and feel great about being able to afford it. So if you want to support and get something from my website, here's the link in the description as well. If there's any paintings you could check on my website, is also the portfolio. If there's any paintings you want me to turn into prints, leave a comment below. Also, another point to make, this actually isn't the first time I've ever sold art in general, just online, professionally, through my website. I've sold things through social media, family members, relatives, that whole thing. But it seemed a lot harder to sell something, ironically, when I had everything available on my website, all the descriptions, the prices, everything accessible, no questions asked. It ended up being harder to sell things, so just take that into account. So I'm over here talking about momentum, right? I actually took a couple months off of art. It was very draining. Not that I was like, what is it that people call it? Artist block or anything. I was just occupied by other things. But yeah, this is gonna motivate me to get that momentum back, keep going, try to get my art out there. Hopefully people wanna actually buy it, collect it. Again, website, link in the description below. But maybe making this video motivates me to get back into it full speed. Otherwise, thanks for watching.